On the morning, the sky turned black with wings. Nobody screamed, nobody ran. Because by then, we were used to dragons. They perch on traffic lights. They nap on apartment balconies. They curl at the foot of children's beds and warm our homes in winter. In this world, dragons are not legends. They are not monsters. They are not myths. They are pets. And that's exactly what makes this story terrifying. No one remembers the exact year dragons appeared. There was no invasion, no meteor crash, no portal ripping open in the sky. One day, a fisherman in northern Iceland recorded a winged creature rising out of the fog. Within months, sightings spread across continents. Small at first, then undeniable. Governments panicked. Fighter jets scrambled. Missiles locked on. But the dragons never attacked. They simply landed, in fields, on rooftops, in forests, watching us with eyes that looked ancient, not animal, not human, something in between. And then something even stranger happened. They began choosing us. The first confirmed bond was between a paramedic and a wounded hatchling found beneath a collapsed bridge. He shielded it from authorities, fed it, protected it. 3 days later, when officials tried to remove the creature, it ignited the air around them without burning a single human. Precise, controlled, deliberate. It would not leave him. That was the moment scientists realized something extraordinary. Dragons weren't tameable. They were selective. Within a decade, dragon-human bonds became normalized. Adoption centers opened. Breed classifications were established. Ember-class dragons for households. Courier class for transportation. Aquatic variants for coastal regions. Agricultural breeds that could fertilize soil with mineral-rich ash. Insurance companies added minor fire event coverage policies. Airports built sky corridors. Children learned flame safety drills before multiplication tables. Dragons became part of civilization. But here's what most people don't know. Dragons don't sleep the way animals do. They watch, late at night. Countless pet dragons can be seen staring at the horizon in the exact same direction. Veterinarians call it instinct. Biologists call it migratory behavior. But satellite data tells a different story. Every bonded dragon on Earth periodically aligns its gaze toward one of 7 remote regions, places humans rarely explore. Deep ocean trenches, Arctic ice fields, mountain ranges with no recorded summits. And in those places live the elder dragons. They are nothing like the ones in our homes. These are massive, cathedral-sized wings, scales that shimmer like volcanic glass, heartbeats that register on seismic monitors. They do not approach humans. They do not bond. Aircraft that fly too close experience system failures. Compasses spin. Radios distort. Governments officially deny knowledge of them. Unofficially, they monitor them constantly. Because whenever elder dragons move, global events follow. 10 years ago, before the largest recorded hurricane in modern history suddenly collapsed into a tropical storm. Satellite footage captured 3 enormous heat signatures spiraling within its core. 5 years ago, as wildfires raged uncontrollably across 2 continents, thermal imaging detected airborne anomalies, creating high-altitude pressure shifts that suffocated the flames. No one could prove it, but patterns don't lie. Dragons are not just animals. They are regulators. Now here is where the story changes. 3 months ago, something unprecedented happened. Every dragon, domesticated, bonded, wild, became restless at the same time. Cities reported synchronized takeoffs. Millions of dragons lifting into the air within minutes of each other. News helicopters couldn't keep up. Social media flooded with footage of skies filled with wings. They weren't attacking. They were forming something. From orbit, satellites captured the image. A massive spiraling formation covering nearly a third of the planet's upper atmosphere. A living network, pulsing, and then global temperatures began to drop. Ocean currents stabilized. Seismic activity slowed. For 72 hours, dragons remained airborne. no one slept. Governments prepared for worst-case scenarios. Religious leaders called it prophecy. Scientists ran simulations that all ended in the same terrifying conclusion. The dragons were correcting something. When they finally descended, something had changed. Not in the sky, in us. Millions of bonded humans reported vivid dreams during those 3 days. The same dream, standing at the edge of a burning forest. A massive shadow behind them, a voice not heard, but felt. Balance. Environmental scientists confirmed something impossible. Atmospheric carbon levels had shifted measurably. Ocean acidity had reduced. Regions on the brink of ecological collapse showed early signs of reversal. The dragons had intervened. But here's the part no one is discussing publicly. Global magnetic field monitors recorded a secondary anomaly during those 72 hours. A signal not originating from Earth. It came from deep space, and the elder dragons were facing outward when it happened. For the first time since their arrival, they weren't watching us. They were watching the stars. Now pet dragons exhibit new behavior. Increased skyward observation. Subtle low-frequency vibrations detected across bonded populations. Hatchlings born after the event have unusual scale patterns, resembling constellations not visible from Earth. Astronomers recently identified an object entering our solar system on a trajectory that will bring it unusually close within decades. It is not a comet, not an asteroid. Its movement suggests course correction. Governments say there is no threat, but elder dragons have begun migrating toward higher elevations, and domesticated dragons are spending less time sleeping. So here we are, a world where dragons curl beside toddlers and warm suburban homes. A world where children walk scaled companions to parks. A world where the most powerful creatures on the planet chose to live quietly among us. But maybe they didn't choose us out of affection. Maybe they chose proximity. Because if something is coming, they'll need to protect the planet again. And the question isn't whether dragons are real. We already know they are. The question is, what are they preparing for tonight? If you look up and see wings crossing the moon, don't assume they're just pets heading home. They might be watching the sky. And if the sky answers back, we'll finally understand why dragons came here in the first place.